have channel points, can redeem them today. So if you want a reading, you can just redeem it with channel points. But we're gonna try ASMR today. Our own version of ASMR. Don't ask for triggers. Except for chimes. Hey Sean, welcome in, sweetheart. Hey Calcor. Yes, this is Sailor Moon hair. I have little buns. I have little space buns on the back of my head. So yeah. Sean, thank you so much for your subscription, dear. I appreciate you. Buns are so good, right? You think so? I've decided that, sorry, Chop. Thank you for your follow. Welcome to the treehouse. I decided, I wanted to... I do my hair like this sometimes, but it's kind of rare. You glad to see I have the power back on? It was the whole street. It was the whole street. So I felt better knowing it wasn't just my house. Good night, Sarah. I appreciate you, dear. I do appreciate you very much. Hey, Sam the Wise. Welcome back, hon. You could probably hear the music just loud enough, I feel, maybe. Your room is so cool. Thank you. Thank you. I think so too, champ. Or chomp. Hey, Zero. Hi. And Drathion, hi, sweetheart. I'm glad to see you guys. Hi, hi. So if we want readings today, we can. You're in a good mood. So fast from the Luna vibes. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. You should be. You should be. I have a lot more candles lit. We have a lot more candles. I have some lit for our crown chakra. Might be able to read it barely. I have 2 of those. Lots of vanilla. And then our black candle too. Still going from last time. So all bad juju we're sending away. So, and I just saged. So you guys have nice clean energy now. The room radiates good energy. I'm so glad you think so, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? You love the hair. Thank you, Drathion. I do too. We'll do a rune pull for Sam. Do you have a specific question for the runes? It's fun, isn't it, Drathion? It's fun. You like the lights? Mm-hmm. I've had the galaxy light I've had for a while, but I think in the other setup we couldn't see it. Like it was hiding a lot of the time. Like you had to look really far away. But now it's like closer. Much closer. No specific question? That's alright. So it'll be a mini reading session. So I read runes straight from the book because a rune can carry lots of different messages. It's not like a tarot card or an oracle card where you can interpret necessarily or intuitively interpret. Maybe somebody knows how to intuitively read runes, but I do not. So they do have specific meanings, which is why we go into the book. So we'll take some breaths and see what rune we want to pull out for Sam. We'll just pull out one rune for Sam. Sam the Wiser. Pulling out one rune. Ooh. Hey, Car. Welcome back, Car. Cool hair alert. Yes. So I drew one rune. I'll show you on the table. Probably see it pretty good. This camera doesn't like candlelight. It struggles with candles. Doesn't know what to do with soft candlelight. That's alright though. Car says you look bomb, Luna. You've never seen your hair up before. I've done it up like this before, but it's been a while. It's been a while. When I do have my hair put away, this is what it looks like. Put away. Put away. So I'll grab my book here. Book of Runes. The Practical Guide to Runes. I can't remember what this one's called. I can't remember its name. What name do we want to give it? I guess we can name it whatever we want. Oh, here we go. It's this one. So this is Hagal. It is the rune that means hail. It's primarily a rune that indicates limitations and delays. Right? Limitations and delays. Hey, Pocahontas. Hi, sweetie. It does usually represent forces that are outside of your control. So you might find things are slow. This is very fitting. I think where most people are. Slow or delayed or halted in the world that has really no bearing on actions that you have taken. It could also be a symbol of elemental disruption. This could be either good or bad. But since the forces are usually outside of your control, they're mostly impersonal. It usually does take on a more negative tone. This rune will come up if you're thinking about taking a risk of some sort. If this is the case, we will have to draw more runes to see if it'll pay off. Hey, Spyro. Welcome in, sweetheart. runes sometimes can show that your future is in the hands of someone else at this time. Again, a force outside of your control. It could be a firm indication that right now is not a good time to start anything new, because it's just going to wear you down. Because again, we're in an energy of limitation and delay, standstill energy. So until things shift, that's where we're going to be. This does say sometimes in life, a limitation is necessary. Learn to live with them and learn from them. And try now, at this time, to be content. Continuing to try to fight against fate or outside circumstances could only bring you grief. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome to the treehouse. Often, any delays and limitations or disruptions, if major, will be temporary. If they're not major, they should still eventually end. Only lasting for the duration of the reading, which we're just reading general energy right now. It could be that the interruption or delay ends up being a catalyst for your new way forward. So instead of disliking or being upset about it, take it as an opportunity to embrace what it has to offer. Drathion, I will read cards for you today because you did give subs the other day. So if you want to give me your question, I can do that for you. Hey 10, welcome back. Is it Bob Hallam? Welcome to the treehouse, sweetie. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us. We usually do card reading. But we also just did a rune too. Hey Jimbo. Hi dear, welcome back. So comment of the whole stream is gonna be Luna's hair looks different. It's funny. I find it funny. Stay still and learning. Getting your ducks in a row. Yes, Sam. And don't let the delay make you feel like you're doing something wrong. It's an energy outside of your control, so it's there for a reason. Just wait for it to kind of pass, right? Because it kept specifying, the rune kept specifying that this is outside of your control. So don't force anything right now. Hope that helps. I feel like it does though. Do we want a card for everybody on stream today? Maybe we do. Hi Gio. Hi Gio. How are you? I like the crystal cards. You guys want a crystal card? You guys are too funny. You guys are too funny. Thank you, Gio. You'll start earning them, Poblum. You'll start earning them, honey. The only time I break my rule is if your question comes from the heart. If your question from your heart touches my heart, I will do the reading. You feel like the mood as the collective is more or less similar? Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. It's basically bedtime, Gio, but you wanted to pop in. I understand. I understand. Go ahead and share, Pob. Share your question and I'll let you know. And if you need help being walked through your question, I can do that too. Since I haven't read you. That's the only time I bend my rules. But yeah, I think we'll do one at least for everybody on stream as a warm-up. Which could be very nice for us. Is the Disneyst happy with what you've accomplished? Are you happy, Poblum? Are you happy? You're having a happy time, Car, in life right now. You want to read it back to everybody? You're so sweet, Car. Thank you. You're so sweet. Hi, Miss Umbra. Hi, sweetie. You are personally. Then yes. Spirit only wants loved ones to feel love and be happy, genuinely happy. So if you're doing that, then yes, they're proud of you. Thanks, Miss Umbra. I appreciate your compliment, hon. Hey, Alls Mom. Welcome back, hon. No problem, people. Yeah, Car, you're so sweet. So Jathian says, recently 2 women have come back into my life. One of them, we had a really good connection, but she pushed me away and now she's back. The second one, we just talked and didn't really connect well. She didn't really want to try. A month went by and now she's ready to try. I don't know what to do. So you feel like you have 2 options? You want to draw a set of 3 for girl 1 and a set of 3 for girl 2. It's accurate though, isn't it, Poblum? It's accurate. You know. Hey, Core. Welcome to the treehouse. We're reading cards. And just talking. So the deck I pulled out. It's called Crystal Spirits Oracle. Crystal Spirits. Yeah, that's why I thought we would try ASMR, because a lot of people tell me that my voice, just by itself, is like really soothing. Oh, just getting your soul replenished. Have to move one of them over. Everything shifts a bit sometimes. The most gentle that's not like in your face. The only time I get in your face is when we sage. It's the only time I get in your face. I'm so glad, Pope. Did she apologize, Drathion, sweetheart? I'm gonna do one oracle card for everybody, Drathion. And since you gave gift subs yesterday, I'll do your cards after this one, okay? Yeah. Hey EMC, welcome in, sweetheart. Maybe we'll sage again now that we have some new people in who missed it. I just trust us, Mom. Sometimes when you're a kid, you know things that you can't explain, and you think everyone else should just know them too. But then you start telling people what you know, and they didn't tell you. And then they don't trust you for some reason. I learned very quick that people don't want to know what you know. They want to continue to tell you what they want you to believe. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome into the treehouse. I started paying more attention to myself probably almost 2 years ago. So we're going to draw one card for everybody who comes by stream today. So this will be a group message for everybody here and everybody who stops by. Ooh. We're gonna stay on topic, Georgie boy. Hey Weir, welcome back, hon. Alright. These are the crystal Oracle. Crystal Spirits Oracle. This is the Tiger Eye card, number 56. It's like isn't it Oregon pyramids with the layers? We can see the layers in the card. Different types of sediment or different types of crystal. But this is mainly Tiger's Eye. There's an energy of momentum. I don't think I've talked about this on stream. I think this was a private conversation with one of my friends. Sometimes the energy gathers itself up right at the base and then it all gets collected up to a very particular point, like concentrated. I feel an energy of momentum being directed. Pinpointed. So again, this could very well be the energy kind of after our amethyst card, for those of you who feels that makes sense. This almost feels like part 2. Yeah, core. Yeah. You literally had Tiger's Eye delivered yesterday? 2 days ago? You haven't got it yet? Oh, nice. I think Tiger's Eye is good for repressed talents, or some people even say past life talents. Like someone who maybe wants to play guitar really bad but never did. It's kind of good for that kind of stuff. Which is funny because that's what I used to gift to my boyfriend at the time all the time, was Tiger's Eye. It's the one I always gave him. I don't know why, but I did. But I know why now. So I think we're starting to draw in our energy, draw in our inspirations, draw in our focus, so that we can be more pinpointed in which direction we're going, so our energy can be focused, more focused. We've had a lot of time to collect it and reflect, and I feel like this is the next step. I feel like this is multifaceted. So this could be, I feel like maybe a lot of us have maybe a lot of things we're good at, or a lot of things we're partially good at. And so we want to combine all of our knowledge together instead of maybe compartmentalize it like we used to. Like sometimes some of our knowledge we decide is just for work, and some of our knowledge is just shared with friends, and some of our knowledge is just shared with family. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like we're starting to take that apart and really combine it all together. It's really funny. I just got an image of a volcano, which is funny because the last card was the amethyst, and we were talking about, we were talking on that stream about the dust settling after the volcano has erupted. And I'm kind of getting the same feeling with this card now. It's like we just maybe finished an eruption because there's all this smoke up near the top. So I do feel like we have come yet to the next phase, for sure. Some of us, though, I'm being told, don't resonate with this part. And maybe we feel like we're in a drought season. Like we're not feeling motivated. Maybe we're not feeling like we have energy to collect. And what I'm getting is, for those of you who feel like you've kind of been barren for a while. Nothing growing, nothing moving, nothing progressing. Not even too many shifts within yourself. Maybe. Kind of just waiting out a drought. There is rain clouds coming, so you're still gonna get some reprieve on its way. So if you don't resonate with the energy of collecting up yourself to move forward, I do see some rain coming still to help with that. Metaphorically. Could actually be actual rain. But I'm specifically being told about the dry land on the card and the rain clouds up at the top. It's okay to have knowledge separated, but I feel like we are collaborating it much better than we were before. Are the readings still open, Bubbles? We're doing channel points today, but I am getting ready to read for Drathion. You love rain, Car. Aw. Me too. So the channel points are the charged amethysts by the chat box. You can choose from there. I make you feel comfy, 10. I'm glad. Hey, Lance. Lancey Lot. Welcome back, hon. I'm glad to see you. I do feel like I want to do my Shadowscapes deck for Drathion's cards. EMC says the pyramid card matches well with your forgiveness and letting go. I'm sure it does. I like the drum too. Can you hear the drum? Bum, 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 bum. Sounds like a heartbeat. Alright, Bubbles, we can do that, sweetie. You did it right, yeah. So this is my Shadowscapes deck. It's got all the lovely pictures. It's upside down, apparently I'm holding my deck upside down. Oh gosh, no, those are all upside down. I just flipped it. Come on. I give up. every single one I've turned over has been in reverse, except for maybe one or two. This is what we're gonna use to do cards for Drathion. It makes you feel like you're in a wigwam. Yeah. I need more tapestries to feel like I'm in a wigwam. I would like to get a drum like this for sure. It's so chill before bed. The stream is. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I was up really late last night with the moon. I'm gonna do a few regular shuffles with this. Trying to do it quiet. Alright. So, Drathion, I need you to pick which girl is number 1 and which girl is number 2. And let me know when you're done, okay? I know I dropped one. You feel like you're on the old dating game show? Oh, because I said which one's number 1 and which one's number 2. Yeah. Yeah. You want... So I'm willing to give 6 cards, Drathion. I was gonna do 3 and 3. Calcor says, obviously Luna's number 1. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. I can't argue. In my universe, yeah. Does that work, Drathion? Each girl gets 3 cards. Girl 1 is first 3. Okay. And you know who girl 1 is, right? Okay, just making sure you have it situated in your mind. So focus on her. Alright, we're ready. Girl number 1 for Drathion. Are you ready to do the second one, Drathion? The song reminds you of a 2003 Peter Pan film where they watch the Indians and she's sewing the bear's head back on. I don't know if I've seen this film. 2003 Peter Pan? I smacked my head. Oh gosh, it's getting a bump already. Oh, can you see it? No, you can't. Oh, you can a little bit. It's alright. Oops. I'm okay. Oh. Is it so good, the Peter Pan one? I found recently I like stories more, like movies in stories, more than I used to. I'm gonna do this really quick, 1 second. I want to make sure I have my stuff up. Channel. Don't mind me. I want to make sure I have my points up for redemptions so I know what I'm doing. Okay, just want to make sure I had that up. Excuse me. Alright. We should be good now. So I always wait for my cards to jump. Girl number 2 for Drathion. Hey guys, Etta Fox. Oh my goodness, welcome to the treehouse. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you popping in. Welcome to the treehouse, guys. We do chimes, bowls, native flutes, painting, and cards. So today we are doing some card readings. So I appreciate you guys popping in though very much. How was your stream? Did you enjoy your stream, Etta Fox, dear? And thank you for all those follows, guys. I appreciate you very much. I hope your stream goes well too. Thank you so much. I understand if you have to go. You must have streamed for a while, dear. I appreciate you popping in very much. If you have time to stick around, I'd be more than happy to do an oracle card for you for the raid. Aw, Kusenheimer, thank you for that gift sub, dear. I appreciate that. If you would, give me just 1 second to finish this one. And we can do that for you. Hey James, welcome in, honey. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're doing well today. We have one more card to draw for Drathion. Thank you for the follow, Beer Tech. And Kausenheimer, thank you for your follow too, hon. And Ada Fox, I did see that you followed as well. Thank you so much, guys. Plus, you'll get to see me in action with some cards just for a minute. So I'll show you my deck. So we have option 1 is the first row here, and option 2 is the second. Okay. So there is positives and negatives. Not really negatives, but there's positives to both. But I'll do a general read on what the energy means, and then after that, I'll go into more detail of what each card is trying to say. Alright, Drathion, dear. So that's what we're going to be doing. Perfect. So the first card is this Two of Wands. Hey, Bruce. Two of Wands, gentleman on the lion. Choices. I almost wanted to ask if option number 1 was the person you had already tried to make a connection with. Thank you, Bruce. Because there's one of my cards here, this one. This is one of my couples card, like one of my relationship cards. It can also be a soul family card. So that might be why the connection is kind of a bit special. It's because there's already been something established. I do feel like with the Ten of Wands, there is something, because tens are about completion. So there is something coming to an end and finalizing. Did you guys have living arrangements together? Or something with family? Or the home maybe caused some issues? Because I often read this as holding the responsibility for the home. I often read that card this way too. So either she feels responsible for her home life, which might make a relationship a bit difficult to balance out. Or it could be even she's actually responsible for, like, the dwelling. Like, maybe she's responsible for paying all the bills for the dwelling. Yes, just what you said. Yeah. So I think... But you never lived together. Okay, so it's she feels responsible for home. I feel like that's coming through because that's her burden. And it was a bit hard to balance out a relationship with that. She had two choices. you guys or the home. Choice number 2. The Emperor, I feel, is showing your energy. I feel like you very much are okay with yourself. You're very confident within yourself. You almost feel like you maybe don't have to have a relationship. Not that you wouldn't want one, but you're not in a desperation energy where you need a relationship. Which means, with this card, you're a bit defensive. This is the Two of Swords here. There's 2 swans. They're telling me to point out the 2 swans. There's a swan here with a heart. And there's a swan here with a flower. And they're both trying to give to the hooded figure. But the hooded figure has 2 swords drawn. In defense. So I do feel like you are suspect to just receive. I do feel, though, that with the 7 of Pentacles, I honestly feel this is saying, why not pick the fruit that's ready? If this person is still not ready, why not open up and pick the fruit that is? What's the worst that can happen if you do that? Why pick a fruit that's not ready for harvest, Drathia? I hope that helps you, dear. That's what they have to say. So, Fox, do you have a question you want to ask the oracles, the oracle cards? A question is not necessary, but it can help get a very specific answer. And then I'm only doing Fox first because she brought such a lovely raid for us. And then I know, Bubbles, you have an oracle too, so I'll get you after we do Fox, okay? Did you need anything else? Hey, Harry. Welcome to the treehouse, dear. People can ask all kinds of questions, Fox. The cards that work best for oracle cards, and just me as a reader in general, is a question from your heart. So maybe something these are almost like comfort, right? These cards bring answers in consolable comfort. So if there's something that's heavy on your heart and you just need a little bit of either a clarification or confirmation or a little gentle nudge on to make you feel a bit better, then that's the kind of question. Jathian, thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate those gift subs, son. Oh, Terrell Nick got one. Nice. And Lip War got one, and Tom Servo. And Laura. Hi, Laura, dear. And thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate that, Harry. Welcome in, Harry, sweetie. And Matt. Hi, lovely. Welcome in. But you don't have to. Don't stress about the question, Fox. If you don't have a question, we can just draw one. Don't stress too much. Are you okay with that? No question. The treehouse welcomes you. Yeah, absolutely. You're so sweet, Nick. I didn't even know you were lurking, you stinker. See what happens. So we're gonna focus on Fox here. Edna Fox, who is so sweet to bring her family over to the treehouse today. We want a nice oracle card with a lovely message to share with Miss Fox. What message do you want to share with Miss Fox? Interesting. This one fell out with a couple other cards, but I put it back because I usually only do one card. And then it came out again, so this is definitely your card. It's new beginnings. Number 24. Take a fresh look at life. When this card comes out, we hold expectations of what others expect from us in our life, and we hold those as part of our viewpoints for ourselves. Sometimes maybe even without realizing it. So I think Edna Fox, what this card is saying, look at yourself and how you view you, and decide if how you view yourself is your opinion of you or other people's opinion of you that you have attached yourself to. I feel there's a part of you you're like the little rabbit, but you're both rabbits. You're this little rabbit looking in at yourself and the other beautiful parts of you that you want to bring in outside of its bubble. You want to bring little parts of you, beautiful parts of you, outside of the bubble into the real world with some new beginnings. But you're not quite sure how you want to do that yet, or if it's okay to do, right? Maybe just starting to tear down the barrier of the bubble so they can start to come out and play together. I do feel like you have something really special that you want to start doing at a Fox. You have something really important and special to you that you want to be doing. And I think it involves these. And what I'm getting Etta to tell you about that, it takes time for an egg to hatch. So this new thing that you've been inspired to start, keep going with it, even if it looks like it's not hatching as it should. Keep going, because even the hen has to sit on the egg for a while before it'll hatch. So things will take time, probably more time than you would like, more time than you're comfortable with, but that's why I'm being pointed out to tell you. All right, sweetie? So thank you again, Edda. for bringing your family. I hope that card was helpful for you. And thank you so much for bringing your friends. If you have to go to sleep, I understand. Hey, Wheel. Hi, lovely. General resume of the reading. Begin your own path alone and learn from experience. You can take others on your path, but you have to start and look at yourself for who you really are instead of who other people tell you you are. You did, EMC. I live with my sister. So you heard her chuckle. Ha ha ha. You heard her chuckle. You're listening while you make dinner, Nick. Thank you very much. The aesthetic of the channel is beautiful. Thank you, Matt. That was very kind of you to give that compliment, dear. So those of you who aren't quite ready to sleep, that's okay. If you're intrigued to get a card reading, you can use channel points today, our charged amethyst, to get your channel points taken care of. And so I'm gonna do Bubbles card now. How to help. Bubbles wants to know how to help their parents with a crystal oracle card. The crystal cards are really good. Drathion says, told you she's good. I made your choice a lot easier, didn't I, Drathion? And that's not to say, Drathion, that the first choice won't be ready at another time. We can never know. But you're worth more than just waiting, right? You were worried it was only you. No. It was not just you. I don't know if we did. I always get distracted when I'm doing a reading. We'll give Edda was so kind to wait for our reading. So we'll give a shout out for Edda. So if you're wondering why we had a plethora of viewers today, it's because Edda popped in and shared her family with us. So if you guys want to go share some love, you can do so. You can do so over at her channel. So 10, I like to use cards that have lots of picture and lots of story to tell through the images. The more picture, the better. So you can use charged amethyst today, 10 channel points. Or ask a question from your heart. Those of you who are not subscribed and don't have channel points, it's okay. I don't charge anything for my readings. However, I only break the rule for heart questions. So if you really feel like you need something, you'll have to ask me your question from the heart. So how do we help? Bubbles. Looking for a card for Bubbles. Look at what this card is called. So Matt, I would draw a rune from the back, and the runes don't have pictures. They're engraved crystals, and the runes have very specific meanings. They look like this. Of course, I would draw that one. I'm laughing because this is my rune. This is the rune I draw for myself all the time. That's why I'm laughing. So this is Manaz. So they have very specific meanings. So this card is called Apache Tears. This is a crystal card. I've never heard of a crystal called Apache Tears. I've never heard of this, but it very well could be. I have yet to come across a crystal that doesn't exist in this deck, so I believe there is one. Initially, just because of the name, Bubbles, I'm almost wondering if our parents are releasing a lot of pain right now. Do they make time to actually cry, Bubbles? Physical pain? Is it in, is it somewhere in the stomach? Like maybe just under the lower, the middle of the rib cage? Bubbles? I've been feeling a sharp pain almost where my sternum is, but about 2 inches lower, right where the ribs start to separate and bow, right in there. Hey Andrea, hi sweetie. But it did also start at just below my stomach. How the heck would I know that? I mean, honestly, how the heck would I know that? Sorry. It's very uncomfortable. Is he, sorry, I'm feeling it right now. I also feel some tightness, a little bit of tightness in my throat. Does he smoke? He a smoker? Or he did, but so both your parents are going through pain right now. Hey Holiday Paranormal. Oh man, this is really sharp. Hey Paranormal, welcome in, sweetheart. Her shunt isn't working. Okay, because those are where I'm feeling both energies. Right about here. And right under the rib. More on the right side. They both can't breathe. I'm sure it's hard. Okay. Let's go back to the cards. Oops, sorry. Back to the cards. It was a raid holiday, yeah. Glad to have you. Fox fam, is that what it's called? That's so cute. I love that. Alright. I feel like... Do they do breathing treatments? Are they on breathing treatments? Do they practice their breathing treatments? Oxygen, okay. I feel like there's a lot of emotional releases that need to happen, Bubbles. So I would just let them, if they need to cry, I would almost invite them to do so. Not force it where there's a good way to cry and there's a bad way to cry. Right? Sometimes you think crying is when you like force it out of you and you scrunch your face and you stop breathing. Right? You hold your breath and you just let everything out. My sister's so cute. But there's a way to cry that's gentle. And it's just, I feel like there's a release that needs to happen for them. So if they're feeling, if you see them with worry on their face, you can just ask them to just let out whatever they're feeling. I feel like that's mostly what's coming through. Is there some type of special filter on their oxygen? I haven't been around an oxygen machine. Do their machines have filters? For some reason, I'm kind of getting a filter feeling. Wow. And, this pain is unbelievable. I'm getting the feeling of a filter and the need to clean it. So I don't know if they have any equipment that they use that has a filter, but I'm kind of getting the feeling of needing to empty it and change it out, like more often than what's happening now. I don't know which would have a filter, but that's kind of what I'm getting to. I want to light some sage, Bubbles. Are you okay if we do this? And Andrea, I'll get to your rune. And I'll do more readings in just a second, guys. Bubbles, I want to light some sage and just breathe out some of this and see if we can't release it, because I'm unbearably uncomfortable and I can't even imagine how they feel. I'm very uncomfortable. So that's what I want to do. See if we can just breathe some of it out. But I do feel like it's more of an emotional aid, Bubbles. So when you see an emotion on them, on their face, and you feel a need to console, don't switch the energy. Don't just say, well, let's just be happy for what we have. Acknowledge first the feeling. Acknowledge the feeling first. It's okay to try and move someone out of the emotional pain that they're feeling, but we need to make sure we're validating people's feelings first. If you just say, well, don't feel this way, or let's not feel this way, you as in you general, as in you all, kind of invalidate that emotion that person is feeling. And I think for you, we do want them to shift out of that, but we need to at least acknowledge how they're feeling first. So maybe just ask them if they want to share with you how they're feeling. And you can acknowledge by saying, yeah, that's how you feel. I get it. Right? And if you feel it appropriate at that time after you've acknowledged it, then you can see if you want to shift it. Okay? But we definitely want to light incense and sage for Bubbles' parents, who are really not feeling that great, honestly, like at all. And when you notice the wall, Bubbles, you just say, "It's okay, Dad. I still love you. It's okay, Dad. I still love you." Force him to the ER. Right, I make you go to the ER because I love you. I think, Bubbles, there'll be less of that. I think there'll be less of that kind of feeling if we start simply acknowledging how people feel instead of trying to shift it. That kind of you feeling like the bad guy will start to go away. Okay? But I think you mostly do that to yourself because you realize you're trying to shift them. But what you realize is they're not ready to shift. So then you feel that tension, like you are the bad guy, making them do something they're not ready to do. So, by acknowledging how people feel and listening to it, you validate it in their eyes. And then, usually, they can be more open to shifting. But sometimes it takes a few times, and sometimes they're not. But at least you've made them feel validated. So we're gonna light this incense for Bubbles, Mom and Dad. And any others who have physical ailments, physical pains, emotional pains. And we're going to clear any energy that needs to be cleared. Any energy that's able to shift and move on. We're asking that it do so. So making this a cleansing sage. We're clearing all vessels and all energy. we're also going to clear me. We're just doing a little dusting. So any residual energy we're just removing and moving out of the way. We're almost there. Sometimes you can't rush a cleansing. There's a lot we need to remove. Ring the bowl as well. We'll ring the bowl as well. Oh, I'm starting to feel better now. I can at least breathe now. EMC, I think we're just drawn to what we are drawn to. And I think no matter what that is, that's okay. Some stretches for that one. There's a lot of tightness and a lot of pain. That's okay though. Alright, let's do the other runes here. So EMC also did a rune pull. Mark that as complete. Sorry, my contact needs to come out. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna throw that one away. That one's been giving me trouble for a few days. Sorry, don't mind me. Alright. I'm gonna go on a quick break to put in a new contact. And then we'll return for those runes. So quick break. Just a few minutes. I'll also get myself something to drink. So just a few minutes and we'll be back. actually me. That contact had been driving me. I washed it a few times, but it had been bothering me for a few days. So I'm pouring myself some tea. Some chamomile and lavender. Sounds really nice. Yeah, I have to use the electric kettle because our kitchen is being remodeled and we don't have a stove. It is really nice though. I do like it. So EMC had a question that 10 helped them with. He says Mars is war, which represents masculinity. The man, which could represent the father. And the moon represents the mother. Yeah. Definitely could. You want one of those? Aw. If you wanted to forecast the day. If you wanted to forecast the day, Mr. Higglesworth, whatever spread works for you. I don't follow spreads. Let me go to... It was a rune pull, right? Sorry, I got distracted. Whose rune pull was I working on? EMC, that's who's the rune pull. You're welcome, Bubbles, hun. You're welcome. Thank you, Andrea, for your subscription. I'm so glad to see you, hun. Let's focus on a rune pull for EMC. I don't think I've ever been so uncomfortable doing a reading than I was in that one. Those poor people. Those poor people. They just need some extra love. Harry, I think we're here to learn who we are, and to do that through experiencing life. And sometimes we get sad because we don't feel we deserve to experience life. The very thing we are meant to be doing. And it's okay, Harry, to feel how you feel. It's just, are you ready to move forward? And sometimes we're not, and sometimes we are. And both are okay. So this is a rune we're going to focus on for EMC. We're going to draw one rune from the back. The best message. Sometimes we don't even know how to experience life because we're afraid we're gonna do it wrong. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. So EMC, this is your rune, hun. This one. I think I faced it the right way. Let's go into the book and see what it says. I think this one is called Thorn. We'll have to see if I remembered right. Yeah. Thuras. It might be a bit dark. Thuras. So the book says, Thuras is not only the vexing thorn, but it's also the glyph of the hammer of Thor. Right as we were listening to thunderstorms. Come on. I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. Can you guys hear the thunderstorm music? Or do I need to turn it up? Come on. I couldn't write this if I was in charge. I couldn't write it better. Sometimes you just have to ride wrong into the ground. That's true. Sometimes you do. To learn what you really want. Right? Runes can be confusing because they can have lots of different meanings, which is why I have this book. And I list off all the different meanings. That's why. That's why I do it from the book. So the hammer of Thor is the mighty weapon. It's a protector of men and gods alike. This rune has many associations with protection and luck, especially if it's paired with some other runes. This rune could be telling you that you are about to get lucky. Good fortune is on its way. You will be in the right place the right time to reap the benefits. If, however, you feel like you've already had some pretty decent luck recently, then this rune is trying to say that it's only natural for the tides to turn. So if you've had bad luck, you're getting some good luck. If you've had good luck, it's time to balance back out. Take care to not collapse yourself too far into your own self-assuredness if you've been having good luck. For at this time, it could be switching and you could be in for a rude awakening. Thank you for the follow, 511. Reflect. Take stock of your own situation and evaluate where you stand so you can better interpret this rune. That's what the rune has to say. Does that help, EMC? I'll show you the table. This piece is my magic wand. With quartz crystal. So the ball hits the inside of your palm like this. See it in the fold? And then you have the quartz point at the end. It's made of crystal and copper. This is a very special wand. It doesn't get used a lot. Only for special things. But I do like to have it on the table to charge with all the other crystals. You're welcome, EMC. So that was Matt asking that question. So we'll draw a rune now. We'll reset the runes. I'll feel a nudge to pull a certain one. But I do read the meanings from the book because the meanings can be very specific. I haven't mastered intuitive rune reading, but I do intuitively pull them out. So we're on to Andrea's rune right now. So what I'm doing now is shuffling the runes in my hand, kind of like mixing them up. I lay them on the table when we're ready and open it, and then we usually draw. It is time for us to change our music, however, so we'll give that just a second. What do we want to listen to? something calm. We were listening to White Buffalo. And yes, I have a boombox with a CD player that we are listening from. A fire crackling noise. I don't know if we have that. Oh, this one's good though. Quiet moments. You want to know my opinion, Harry? What my heart believes happens when we die? I think it'll bring you some comfort. Or we could actually listen to thunderstorms. I have a thunderstorm CD. I think thunder might be the closest we get to fire. We'll do this one and then we'll do harp. Celtic harp, which is really gentle. Which is my favorite. I'll tell you, Harry. The truth is, Harry, my heart says we have a choice. Thank you for the follow, Mr. King. Welcome to the treehouse. So my heart says we have a choice. Do we want to come back to Earth, learn new lessons, and try again? Experience more things? Or do we want to move on? I think we have a choice. And in my life, I know I've recalled other lives that I've lived. Not in this body, but in another. At least that's how I understand it. So I think we have a choice. I think some of us choose to stay guardian angels. And we want to watch over our loved ones who are still alive. We just want to support them. So some of us don't want to move on either. We just want to stay. But we don't want a new body either. We just want to stay. And I think whatever you choose is right for you at the time. And I think you can always change your mind. When you're ready, you can make a new choice. I do, Harry. Yeah. Because life has made it hard not to. Experiences. But it's always a choice. It's always a choice. I just really like where I'm at now. I choose to enjoy where I'm at right now. The lightning was amazing for you, EMC. Was it heat lightning? Was it abnormally warm? You went to Dublin. Wow. Yeah, EMC. Yeah. How do I know certain things about life that I've never experienced? How would I know that? Unless part of me remembers another experience. So we're gonna draw a rune for Andrea. One rune for Andrea from the back. What message do we want to relay to Andrea from the runes? Dig in the corner. Hey, Blaze. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, Shamloki, exactly. Relish. Learn to relish. Not just sometimes being is enough. But if you want more than just being, learn how to relish everything. Like breathing in the vapor from your tea. And noticing what it smells like. You can tell her now, Harry. You can always tell her whenever you want. I said guardian angels for a reason, Harry. Sometimes our loved ones don't want to move on. Not in the way that we understand it. They want to be guardian angels who stay with us and watch over us and love us and protect us. And when you tell them you miss them, they hear it. And when you tell yourself in your mind that you miss them, they hear that too. And sometimes the energy that we think is grief and pain, once we breathe through it, we realize it's not painful. It's just the shift of intense love coming through. But it's a bit much because it's so powerful. So we fear it and we think it's bad. But it's not. Not when we understand what it really is. So this is the rune I picked for you, Andrea. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's like two little helix. Like DNA. Your DNA. Two little helixes. Or helix. Helixi. What's the plural of helix? I don't know. Anyway, that's your room. We'll look it up and see. I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking you guys. You're going through a loss now, Scottish, dear. And you're waiting for her last few days in the hospital. We can't visit because of the virus. It's hard, but I know we all return to the universe and become one in the end. Yeah. It's the only... I agree, Scottish. With the way my life has worked out, that's the only thing that makes sense. So we're gonna, after this incense, we'll burn another in remembrance of all the love we felt with those who are still here for now, and those who have left their body but are still here. I recently went through a loss as well. I had to say goodbye to my best friend. And I had to be the one to tell her it was okay to go. I had to be there. And wait, and watch, and comfort. And that's how I realized that grief isn't pain. It doesn't have to be pain. It's pain when you expect it to be pain. But when you look at it as a memory of intense love, you start to grieve different. And you start to feel the energy beyond the intensity. and then you just feel comforted. Hey, Metalunar honey. Hey, music. Hi, dear. I'm getting really warm. So the rune Andrea is in. You're not the only one, sound and music. But I'm glad to have you back. There's a lot of people that need just a little bit of comfort. So I'm glad you could join. Good night, Shamloki, hon. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. So, Andrea, you got a good rune. Ing is the rune that we drew for you. It's almost always a positive rune. Even if we were to draw a bunch of negative runes, this one would be positive. It often shows a successful conclusion to your problem. It represents a sense of respite, a sense of relief, of calm and peace. It could represent an event which will prove to be a milestone in your life, such as the birth of a child, a new job, or a new love interest. This rune talks about the ending of something old so that new beauty can come in. It marks the time of positive energies and deliverance from old energy. You may be assured of good fortune. Very straightforward. I hope that helps you, Andrea, dear. Metaluna wants a singing bowl. I noticed. we're still allowing channel points for redemptions. Hey Melinda, hi lovely, I'm glad to see you. So the bowls clear energy as well. In a different way than the sage does. Trying to blow out some of the incense away from my face. Get out of my face. Alyssa. Hi dear. Thank you so much for popping in and giving us a host. I appreciate you. But also being inspiration with your positivity to keep you on your feet. So love you for everything. Thank you so much. Although we're on different sides of the world, just know you'll always be appreciated. There's a lot of us that are on the other side of the globe. And distance is an illusion. Just like time. What do you need to do to receive a card reading? Use your channel points 10. You're from Mexico? Yeah. Yeah. Channel points. So, Harry, your nun feels happy when you let yourself be happy. When they become your guardian angel, all they want is to help guide you to living a fulfilled, loving, complete life. So if you want to make your non happy, you make yourself and allow yourself to be happy. I know that's hard. I know. We have an easier time allowing ourselves to do for others sometimes before we do for ourselves. And I'll ask you again, Harry. Are you ready to move on? Move through it. Move past it. And it's okay if you're not. Car says hearing you say distance is an illusion is comforting because I'm secretly into someone that's countries away. Girl, I feel that. That's the only time you're gonna hear me say that, by the way. That was fabulous. I'm glad you think so. Come on. It's funny. means your nun is now safe and happy. You're the one that needs to be safe and happy. Yep, exactly 10. Yeah. The silent cackle. Whose emote is that? EMC? Come on, man. You do want to move on. Harry. What does happy Harry look like? Can you picture what happy Harry looks like? If you can, then you're ready. What does happy Harry do when they're happy? What does happy Harry look like? What's around Harry when he's happy? Overjoyed. You need a bigger word than happy. You need a bigger word than happy. Can you picture Harry being overjoyed? You're welcome. There's a saying here, as happy as Larry. We should change it to happy as Harry for you. Yeah. Overjoyed. What does Harry look like when he's overjoyed? I'm asking Harry because I want to help you. That's why. If I didn't want to help you, I wouldn't ask. And I don't have to ask, right? You know this. You know this. You know there's people that would just say, it's okay, and leave it at that. So we'll give Harry some time. Hey Doval, welcome to the treehouse, lovely. Glad to have you. I'm still gonna help Harry if Harry wants help and guidance. But if there's somebody else who wants to share their heart, and they have a question from their heart, or they want guidance from the cards from their heart, I can do that. But it has to be a heart question. And you don't have to be subscribed. You don't even have to follow. You just have to be genuine. No, Harry, you haven't though, and you won't, and you won't. We will remember with a light heart instead of a heavy one. She would never think that you've forgotten. Excuse me. So you don't have anything to worry about with that. You don't know if you're doing it. Yeah. A heart question. So 10. I need a heart question. Something that's heavy on your heart that you need help with. That's a heart question. Can you do both for a minute, 10? Can you do both for a minute? To get some background experience with both. Gain some clarity on how you feel with both experiences. And choose then. Can you do both? Because sometimes our mind thinks it's one or the other, and we won't even consider both. But with both, we gain new experiences, insight, and clarity all at the same time. Hey, Nerdmeister, sweetie. I think we've talked about this before, where I've done this and my corporate job together at the same time for a very long time. Like months, at least over half a year. I did both. And I needed to for multiple reasons. Number one, to see if this was even something I enjoyed doing for extended periods of time. Is this something, is coming on stream something I enjoy enough to do even when I don't feel like doing it before getting on stream? Is this something that uplifts me and heals me and fulfills me and brings me up out of where I was after I was at work? Or does this make me feel the same? Or does this strain me more after my corporate job? That's what I had to know. Right? That's what I had to know. And find out and experience for myself. EMC. Do you have a heart question or a mind question? Melinda says cute buns. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my Sailor Moon hair. That's what it is. It's Sailor Moon hair. Thank you, Andrea. So I did have to do both. Because I needed to know what kind of experience was worth putting more energy into. I had to have some type of tangible, my mind, right, had to have some type of tangible experience to refer back to, right? Nerdmeister. I'll do that for you, sweetie. You always should go with your heart. It's just sometimes we also need to listen to the mind, because the mind and our brain has a very good reason for why it's saying what it's saying. And we have to listen to that too, right? I always say, when people come in and they're like, what is this? What are you reading cards for? I don't know if I believe in cards. Is this dark magic? What do I always tell them? I tell them, do I feel dark? Do you? I also say, that's okay. Skepticism is healthy. 'Cause it is. So it's about being balanced. Listening to your mind. Okay, mind, thank you. I understand your concern. Let me take your concern into consideration, and I'll come back with you. And your heart says, I really want to do this. And I think it's your job to see if you can blend them. And sometimes you can't, because your mind is just afraid of something that doesn't exist. But sometimes your mind is very valid in its concern, and it needs to be heard. So it's about balance. It's hard to think about it, isn't it? See, it's hard to think about it because we're unpracticed sometimes in telling the difference. The heart will say things like, I just want to be happy. I just want to feel loved. I want to feel safe. I want to be heard. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. And your mind says, how do I do this? How do I do that? Should I do that? Is this right? Is this wrong? That's the difference. There's more on the mind, but I got cut off. Let's draw Nerdmeister's Oracle card. Do you have a question for the Oracle? Or do you just want to see what comes out, Nerdmeister? You don't need one, but it can help sometimes. Sorry. Sorry. 10. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the time we think it's one or the other. It's duality, right? Duality. We're like this or that, this or that, this or that, this or that, this or that. Why not both? Sorry, Kiki. I hit the mic. Sorry. And your second bachelor's degree? You're welcome, 10. And you can experience what your balance is. Maybe tarot is a passion, but maybe because of everything else you have on your plate, it's one that you dedicate part-time, right? And you'll find your balance. Hey, Freeton. So we're gonna draw one card for Nerdmeister. Aw, thank you so much, Kiki. One oracle card for Nerdmeister. You're welcome. This one definitely wanted to come out. Thank you. I like my room too, it's cozy. You got the awareness card. Nerdmeister. I just need to rearrange these a bit. I don't know why, but I'm using my wand for this one. So we're just gonna wait for any messages that come in. We have someone who has an opinion, Nerdmeister. They think they're being gentle with guiding you in the direction they feel you should go. They feel they're being gentle, but you feel they're being a bit direct. I feel like there's maybe a grudge. Not with this person, but there's a grudge with someone else that they recognize. And they're trying to heal it by showing you what it looks like. They're trying to heal it for this person and for you. I feel like there's a separation here because of it. Not a complete separation, but there is. Like, the connection is not the same anymore, like it used to be. And it's because of this grudge type energy. Something from the past that we have a hard time letting go of. Because it's hard, and that's okay. But this person, Nerdmeister, they're trying to be as gentle as possible with you. And they're doing it with love. So I think you understand this. But I want to say anyway, if for whatever reason you feel this person's coming across unfair or bias is a better word. Nerdmeister, when this person comes off as feeling bias, that's because they are. But they are with good healing intention to fix this chip on the shoulder and to make this connection not back to the past, but at least healed in the now. I am interpreting that as a shoulder, but it's really not. I'm going to ask if there's anything else they want to say with the card. I almost feel like this is... I could be wrong because I don't always get genders right. But this almost feels like mom. And this feels like dad. And this is you. And this person, regardless if this is right, whoever this is, sees the younger part of them in you. And all their fears and all their mistakes and all their regrets being a young person, they transfer to you, because that's their way of ensuring that you do better, that you don't live with the same regrets that they do right now. You need to understand why they are the way that they are towards you, and why this person is coming off the way that they're coming off now also, Nerdmeister. You're right. Don't be freaked out, Nerdmeister. This is how it works, honey. You've watched Cosmic Unwind. You're not freaked out by him, but you're freaked out by me. Thank you for the follow, George. Like, everything you said was accurate. Yeah, genders are hard for me to translate sometimes. But that's what it felt like. So, it might be it might be hard sometimes to understand what everybody is doing when you have a lot of energy directed at you, right? You have a lot of energy directed at you. Sometimes it's hard to know the intention behind such pointed energy. It might feel like you're being attacked, maybe, because it's so directed. But that's the reason behind it. Okay? It's all love. There's nothing but love and healing. Nerdmeister, okay? Nothing but love and healing. I hope that helped, Nerdmeister. Sometimes, if we don't want to live through our parents' fears, how do we tell our parents that? How do we say, Mom and Dad, I'm not you, in a nice, gentle way that doesn't show any hate? How do we do that? What was I saying earlier today? Acknowledge. Acknowledge has been my theme for today. I don't know where it came from, but it's definitely been showing up a lot today. Acknowledge. So, we acknowledge how people feel. Mom and Dad, I know you're afraid, and you want me to do what you think is best. And I understand that fear and accept that you are concerned. And I appreciate you caring so much that you don't want me to also have those fears in life. I trust myself, and this is what I want to do. If I'm afraid, I'll tell you. But I'm not. If I need your help, I'll ask for it. Because I know you care enough to do that for me. I trust myself. And I trust you. So let's just trust each other. What a beautiful way to do that, right? Everyone's validated. Everyone's heard. You stand up for yourself by saying you trust yourself. But you don't say, I trust me because I don't trust you. You're saying, I trust me and I trust you. Yeah, the cards that come out from the heart they can get intense and be really accurate. So, Nerdmeister, I'm able to do the reading like that because I trust. Because I trust. And I don't worry. And if I'm wrong, that's okay. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to do my best. You didn't think it would be that accurate? That's okay. Skepticism is healthy. That's okay. Have you even gotten a read from Cosmic Unwind? Maybe you haven't. Maybe that was your first read. Was that your first read? You don't have to answer. I'm just a really curious Scorpio who will ask questions all day long. So you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Welcome to the treehouse, sweetie. Thank you, 10. I appreciate your compliment. Hi, Purple Moon. I'm so glad to see you. How are you, dear? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad. It takes a lot of trust, Nerdmeister, to do that. So thank you. It means a lot. You like the buns? Thank you. They're really nice. They're really nice. I have up to 4 cameras. Actually, I have 5 cameras. 2 of them are not in use right now. But right now, with our current setup, it's 3. I'm debating on changing the room around. Now that our kitty is gone, I don't need a lot of the cat furniture in here. So we could have more space for other things. Maybe my easel could actually have its own spot in the room. But I'm not in a hurry. That's a good question, Nerdmeister. That's a good question. Yeah, 10. If you want help, 10. In Discord, I have a lot of people ask me those questions, and I have a lot of people ask me those questions, and I want to help, but I answer those same questions a lot, so they are draining. But in Discord, which is the link I just shared, I have a section that has like stream help information because there's a lot of new people that come by and they want to try their own stuff. Everything that I've learned, I share there. So if you have something that you need more specific guidance for, you can ask me in Discord. Alright, sweetie. So Nerdmeister asks, hey Butterfly, welcome in, sweetie. Nerdmeister says, I was a little skeptical about getting a reading, but Nerdmeister's mind has been expanded. And he wants to know if this has always been a gift or if it has been learned. And the simple answer is both. I'll go into more detail though, but the simple answer is both. You're welcome, 10. Do I plan on flying to the moon? I may or may not have tried to send the universe visual cues. I may or may not have done that about going to the moon. It's so funny. I'm so glad you like it. So I'm switching our music. We are gonna listen to some nice quiet harp. And then we'll talk about how I got to grow my reading skills. If that's what you guys want to talk about. This one is my favorite CD. Well, one of them. The thing is, Nerdmeister, I feel a lot of things when I do a reading. And sometimes it's hard to know what an energy feels like when it's gender specific. But the overall energy I felt was a family energy feel. And it felt like not really parent, because I feel like maybe one has been disconnected for a minute, but because it's too much, and that's okay. We've given you a skill to reevaluate and re-enter that if you're ready, right? But it felt like a mom, like a parent sort of energy, but not quite, which is why I was like, I'm not sure. Because I was getting a disconnect and a parent connect at the same time. So sometimes it's hard to really narrow down the feeling of the scenario. Which is why sometimes it can sound maybe a bit wishy-washy. Well, it feels like this, but maybe it's not. Purple Moon says, when I was smaller, I used to pretend my cat was an astronaut. Lou was our cat, my cat, and my best friend. She passed away maybe a week ago. She was our dream warrior. She did all of our protection. All of our astral work. She was our little astral projector. Our little guardian. Our guardian angel in training. That's who she was. And she was ready to upgrade herself and get her real wings. Thank you, Ashu. Welcome to the treehouse, sweetie. She's not even my cat. She is very sweet. Is very wholesome. Yeah, very wholesome, very wholesome. Until I lay an F-bomb. But it's super rare and very well deserved. Very strategically placed. Thank you, 10. Ara says she ascended. She did. You can't see it now, Purple Moon. Behind me is our painting easel. We're working on a galaxy painting for our guardian angel cat. So she's our cat, who has moved on from her limiting physical vessel to be a limitless guardian angel. She's going on that painting. So she's kind of going to be our version of a galaxy cat, a space cat. Purple Moon. Hi, David. Welcome back, hon. I'm glad to see you. Yeah. So that's where she's going. EMC asks a question. Are you also an empath? Yes. If you are, how on earth do you even manage it? Have you found out in life that you don't really control anything? What you think you control, you don't. And what you try to control drains you. So it's not about controlling the energy. controlling myself, controlling a gift. It's about learning to flow. Yeah, 10. And you can type questions in Discord in that channel, sweetie, okay? We do art streams. Yeah, we do. We do. I just felt like chilling today. And we don't usually get that loud, so some people still sleep on our art stream. Which is totally fine. And some people sleep while we draw cards and chat because it's chill. It's chill. You've definitely felt that shift, Rathian. Maybe we should. We were going to light another incense. That incense lasted so long. And this new incense is gonna be remembrance of love. Thank you, Stink. Welcome back, hon. The moon energy has been making you fall asleep early. I'm able to sleep when I manage to sleep. I try not to get upset about it. I try not to stress. I always assume that whatever sleep I get is kind of exactly the sleep I need. So if you want something practical, EMC, to help you flow with your own energy better, do you know what a shield is? An energy shield? Or an energy bubble? A bubble. Energy bubble. Are you aware? Good night, Drathion. Thank you, sweetie. Sweet dreams. what you do. There's meditations you can look up on YouTube. It's called energy shielding and energy bubbles. It can take less than 5 minutes. So do the meditation, but there's almost a catch. Remember, a wizard making his first spell, it's not going to be the greatest spell ever, is it? Same thing with the shields. You're gonna make one, and you're gonna not notice a difference. You'll make another, and you might not notice a difference. I feel 12 days EMC. Do the bubble meditation in the morning before you leave your bedroom. And then tell me how you feel. In my experience, you don't notice for a while. But then when you do notice, you feel, everything feels the same at first. But you've been practicing, right? Everything feels the same, so the energy you can still feel the energy coming at you. Right? And you may still panic because you don't want that person's crap. It's okay. You may still panic. That's alright. But if you finally reached apprentice level shield making, or the next one, journeyman, sorry. You've become a journeyman of shield making. You'll notice the energy stays just out of reach of you. It doesn't come all the way in. It stays probably about arm's length away. And you're gonna be like, oh my god, this feels so weird. I feel it, but I don't feel it in me. Like in my space. I feel it around my space. What is this? And then your mind will be blown. Oh, it's a gong? Oh, yeah. And EMC. You'll also notice, because this question's helping a lot of people. This question is helping more than just one person, which is why I'm spending so much time on it. Sometimes, when you're first starting, and you notice it starts to work, you'll feel weird when it doesn't work anymore. You'll be like, I did my bubble today, but today lunch. It was working in the morning, but today at lunch, I picked up this crap from this lady. Ugh. I thought my bubble was working. It is. It is working. You just need to put up another one. Because some people's energy penetrates more than others. So just put it up again real quick. I am being reminded that sometimes a shield works both ways. So make sure you're in a good spot when you're making your shield. Don't shield in the garbage. So if you have garbage with you, don't throw up the shield yet. Shake it off first, and then put up the shield. You don't want to retain all that in you. But when I do the meditation, it takes me like no time at all. I use my hands. I just say, all energy that's not working for me is leaving, and I'm shielding out everything else that I don't need. Just me. So I kind of do both at the same time. I'm kind of clearing and shielding at the same time. It is 10:23. I had planned on streaming until 11 to make up for what we lost earlier. Yeah, it's really helpful. I've been gathering tools for a while. I've been gathering up my tools for a while, and a lot of this stuff that you see the wands, the crystals, the mats, all the candles, all the lights, have all been gathered while I was working my corporate job. So I've been collecting for a minute. So EMC shields are good for current energy, if that makes sense. So you don't have to be squeaky clean. I just don't want you to grab someone's bad juju, panic and throw up a shield. Because then you're... You know what I'm trying to tell you? You know what I'm trying to tell you?
Bluetooth mode.
Oops, she talks to us. It looks sleepy. I'm having chamomile and lavender tea, so when we're done streaming, I'll definitely be ready for bed, yeah. You love galaxy buns. I've been doing this hair for a while. It's not always an everyday thing, but it's technically Sailor Moon hair. That's what it is. Exactly, EMC, yeah. So you don't have to be squeaky clean. Yeah. Good night, Car. Sweet dreams, hon. I appreciate you so much. Good night. I know how important it is for me to be able to go to sleep when we've finished. So I specifically chose a sleepy tea on purpose. Feel glue. Welcome to the treehouse. A nurse here at Feel Glue. Glad to have you. It does look nice. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. It's nice to wind down with tea. And wake up with it too. Sometimes the right tea puts you just where you need to be, you know? And I think it's okay to be a little sleepy. Doing an ASMR stream, it's okay, right? Because maybe the sleepiness in my voice is transferring to you, so you might get extra sleepy. And every hour of the day. Sound music says, yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. Hey, Lipor. Hi, sweetheart. I'm so glad to see you. How are you? Anna likes Earl Grey tea. Have you heard, Anna? There's a Earl Grey with lavender. Have you seen this one? think it's made by Tivana. Yeah, Tivana. You're Scottish, EMC. Oh, so you're all right. We tea lover. I love it. You like that tea? It's so good. It is really good. It's gentle. The lavender flavor is gentle. But so is the Earl Grey. It's a good one. Most recently, in the morning, I've been drinking English breakfast. I don't. Please tell me what a tea Jenny is. I'm very curious to see what tea Jenny is. Hey, Geralt. Hi, Geralt. Thank you for your subscription, hon. I appreciate you very much. Do you leave your tea in? Who leaves their tea bags in the tea? Am I the only criminal who leaves their tea bags in the tea? I'm just curious. Trying not to spit out my tea. Jimbo's still lurking. Thank you, Jimbo. Lipwort is guilty. Okay, I have someone else. Geralt says clearly lunatics leave their tea bags in. Wow. My name is Luna, so it fits. What? Lipwort, oh my gosh, you are so hilarious. You are so hilarious. Yes. Yes. I'm like breathing out my laughs right now. Alright, so I'm not the only one who will leave it in. Yeah, I'm the same way. A lot of the tea that I drink is herbal. And yeah, I will reuse the bag for a fresh cup. You wouldn't do it with breakfast tea though? Oh, I do. rebel. A rebel. That's alright though. I don't mind if the tea is a bit strong. I don't mind. I also don't mind if it gets cold. I don't care. I don't mind. But I'll drink it when it's hot. When it's hot. I'll drink it when it's lukewarm. I'll drink it when it's cold. I don't really care. I'll even drink it. I'll even put it in the fridge and drink it chilled. That's my version of iced tea because I hate ice. I don't want ice in anything except for my ice cream. And that's not even the same kind of ice. Proper green tea. You gotta be strict with the green tea. Yeah, I think I agree. 'Cause I've noticed if I leave the green tea in too long, I don't like it. It tastes like, I don't know, I don't like it. I want to say green tea tastes dirty, but then that feels kind of weird, cause then what does black tea taste like if I leave it in too long? Anyway, it's funny. Hi, Psychic. Hi, dear. I'm glad to see you. I'll drink it when you're sleeping. I'll drink it when you're awake. That's a sign. That's a Santa, yeah. Tea lovers are uniting, yeah. You don't like lukewarm tea or coffee. Have you worked at an office job, Anna? Have you worked at an office job? I'm just curious. You might change your mind when you are the person at the office who makes the coffee and nobody makes it after you make it. And somehow everyone stinking got coffee before you did. How is that even possible? So you make it again. And you sit there and wait for it because, gosh darn it, it's not gonna happen to you a second time. And then you get really busy. And you decide, gosh darn it, this is the cup you're gonna finish. Because you're not making another pot. But you might go walk over and check to see if maybe somebody else did. They do have special mugs, don't they, sometimes? Keeping things extra warm. Copper. I have a copper mug that actually does really well. Hi, Anne. Hi, sweetie. I'm so glad to see you. How are you? I may have a office coffee pot grudge. That's hard. It's a hard thing to heal. Hey, Gamer Wheels. Hi, sweetie. Glad to see you back. How are you? I'm genuinely glad to see everybody come in. And not just come in, but say hi. 'Cause they could be anywhere else right now. It's a big old world out there. And they don't just come in. They come in and acknowledge. And it's genuinely appreciated. So that's why it feels so nice. Thank you, Psychic Hun, for your subscription. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. And many blessings to you too, dear. I know you've been busy, and that's okay. That's okay. Do I have a favorite card? Hey, King. King, is it Guile? Welcome to the treehouse, dear. A favorite card? Or one that comes out most often? I have a favorite rune. I have a favorite rune that I drew earlier today. My favorite card, though, probably the Star card is my favorite card. Because I often like what that card has to tell me. But I also like my angel cards in the deck. I don't remember what their technical names are. I don't remember their technical names. But in my Shadowscapes deck, there's cards with angels on them. And that's how I know a guardian angel is trying to come through. So those are my other ones. I'm doing so good, gamer. I'm doing so good. So good. We're wrapping up for the evening, for our sleepy time. I've had my sleepy tea, so maybe I look extra sleepy. That's okay. That's okay. Hi, Creed. Welcome in, hun. I'm glad to see you. And Gerald. thank you so much for that gift sub. I can show the star card. You want to take the next few minutes to hunt it down? Our star card. I'll look for the angel cards too. Diego, welcome to the treehouse, dear. I'm glad to see you. Welcome in. Anna, I appreciate your compliment, hon. Someone I really admire as a role model for self-respect, self-love, compassion, and kindness towards others and myself. But yes, yeah. So let's see if we can find this card. You guys want to see my favorite cards? It's my magic wand. We're just gonna move it out of the way. It helped us with Nerdmeister's reading though, so we're very grateful. So I am gonna ask, even though I'm showing cards, we're not gonna draw any more cards today, okay guys? Because we're getting ready to go. This is one of my angel cards. This is one angel card. I'll flip through the other ones. Hey, Fairlight. Hi, sweetie. Is this a best of show? We're showing off our favorite cards in the deck. For now. Hey, Elefante. Hi. Aw. Elefante. Can I tell you that you feel extra grateful today? You're very warm today. I'm looking for more angels in the cards. I guess I could show you them as I flip through them. But we're looking for my favorites. This is Shadowscapes. The Shadowscapes deck. Here's the other angel card. And I'm looking for a star card. Was the other one people wanted to see. Because that's my other favorite one. You do, Elefante, you do, hun. So if you needed, I don't know, maybe if you needed a confirmation, there you are. A Raichu. Hey, Gemma. Welcome to the treehouse, hun. Oh, there's the sun card. I like this one too, but not as much as the star card. Watch, it's gonna be at the end of the deck. We're gonna flip through all these cards, and it's gonna be at the bottom of the deck. I like this one too. This is my soulmates, or soul family, or relationship card. do have a pendulum. We just haven't used it on stream. Have I shown you guys the pendulum though? Because I technically have one. In the treehouse, you feel better. Doing great. I was wondering if you were able to assist people with finding lost items. Sometimes it's lost because you don't need it. Have you tried to gamer wheels? Have you tried to sit for a minute and be clear? Close your eyes and ask yourself where it is and wait. Have you tried that? Without pressure, there's a difference between putting pressure behind the question for an answer and being calm and clear and letting the answer just come. There's a difference. Being clear is the really important part, Didn't I say it's going to be at the bottom of the deck? I think it really is. That's alright, this is a beautiful deck. What's your favorite crystal? Amethyst. We have quite a few more cards still. Here's the star card. The camera struggles with candlelight, so I don't know if it's going to zoom in. It's trying to, but he has a hard time. He doesn't like candlelight. Candlelight moves too much, and he gets confused. Poor camera. It's okay, babe. You do your best. Since we've already gone this far through the deck, we might as well finish, right? So for those of you who... I'll go over what each card means to me. But I do intuitive reading, which means I don't really care. I'm more of a picture reader. I'm more intuitive. I let the picture tell me what it means. I don't care if it's a particular suit necessarily. I don't really care. Sometimes I'm guided to share. Like if it's an ace, sometimes I'm guided to share what an ace means, but most of the time not really. Most of the time not really. So even the death card is not scary in this deck, and that's why I bought this deck. The death card isn't scary. It's a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's beautiful. And that's how I knew it was the deck for me. I liked everything else about the deck, but that's how I knew the deck was for me. If it can see beauty transformation in death and want to reflect that and show that, then that's definitely a deck for me. So I pulled out my 3 favorite cards. My 3 favorite cards, all for different reasons. Was that the really lovely angel one you paused on earlier? This one, yeah. I'm getting ready to talk about him now. I'm getting ready to talk about him and show him off now. And I'll talk about him for a minute. Sorry, I hit the mic. So this says it's the Page of Swords. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what it means. I don't know. I don't want to know what it means. The picture, though, tells me that someone has a guardian angel. Sometimes this is someone who passed a long time ago that is trying to help me share the rest of the message for the reading. And sometimes they help give more information. And sometimes they need help to do that. And sometimes they totally agree with everything I've said in the reading and they have no interjections. Sometimes this is somebody recent who just left. And usually when that's the case, they simply want to say that they're okay. This is my other angel card. But there's no wings. Or is there? Laying down with white silks in a very particular position. This is my card of someone passing away. This doesn't always have to be an angel though, but a lot of the time it is. It's someone's guardian angel. So these usually have similar energy and similar meaning. The Star card. This one trying to see if it'll catch the background. Maybe it's on trying. But this card here is the Star. To me, this one can have several meanings. This is my light worker card. This is my card of whoever I'm reading being a light worker. This can also be sometimes it can be sending out a wish to the universe, but not just any wish. The wish of the light worker's soul, the divine wish, the grand wish. And those are my 3 favorite cards. Is this a stealth read for this stream? No. We're just talking about my 3 favorite cards. Top 3. Yep. When any of these cards come out in the reading, I know it's a powerful reading. Sometimes I've had multiples. I don't think I've ever had all 3 come out at the same time, but I have had 2 of these come out quite frequently. Amazing choice, yeah. Was I picking up anything from that card? I did not have my feelers out. MC. I did not have my feelers out. I think you were, though, which is why you're asking. I think, EMC, you picked up something. And that's why you're asking. Yeah, it's a great hand. It is. So it is a few minutes after 11. I had said we were going to stop at 11. So we are going to find someone to read. I'm wondering who's on for the evening that would appreciate this. See who our options are for today. Since everyone's sleeping, I kind of want to keep it quiet. Let's see who else is under ASMR today. Maybe somebody else is quite wholesome. Maybe. Binaural mics? Oh, they're not live anymore, though. That's sad. I'm interested in binaural mics. I might give that person a follow, though, now that I'm on here. We should do Cosmic. Yeah, I'm thinking that's our... I feel bad because I always read Cosmic when he's on, and I want to show love to other people. But a lot of us are sleeping. So I have to be mindful of everyone who's here, right? We should, Danny. We're gonna do Cosmic Unwind. Who also streams ASMR. Also does ASMR. He has a bit more music than us, but equally loving, equally chill. And I don't have any concerns about rating him. We're gonna be well taken care of. Going over with Cosmic Unwind. Really taken care of. One of the first people I followed on stream when watching Twitch. And a similar message, similar understanding. Not 100% right, no one's exactly like you, which is great. I don't want another me. I'm enough. Similar energy, similar feel, so you guys will really be in a good spot. Thank you everyone who's been here to hang out this evening. We're gonna see how the rest of the weekend goes. If you guys want to join Discord, you can. Any schedule adjustments, changes, bonus streams, good morning messages, I sent there. Sweet dreams, guys. Enjoy Cosmic Unwind. Goodbye for now. Thank you. And thank you to everybody who watches the videos. I appreciate you guys too. And for those of you who didn't want to join the raid, that's okay. Enjoy the rest of your evening and sweet dreams.